everyone, and welcome. First off, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Lazarus Hamlet. I have been living in the Lynchburg area for almost 26 years, and just want to say it's a pleasure to have you all with us today. So first, I want to start off with, as you know, there has been a lot of things going on in today's society, and a lot of injustice and a lot of killings that have been happening that have been hard to view and see. With that being said, I have three other educators with me today that I am thoroughly happy to have with me, and they're going to express some things that have been going on as well as a group in which we are trying to get started here. So with that being said, the name of the group is Lynchburg Sees Us, and I am going to turn it over to a amazing educator named Mrs. Swarna Mason. She's going to talk a little bit about what Lynchburg Sees Us, what's that about. So Ms. Swarna Mason.
Yes, well, thank you, Lazarus. I am Swarna Mason. I am a native of Lynchburg, Virginia, so including growing up and 3 years back, adulting. It's about 21 years in the area. My current profession is a professional school counselor here in the Hill City. And some of my passions really are learning and just having opportunity to engage, especially with nature and outdoors and meeting new people. And I love to dream big in terms of what are opportunities for us to really leave an impression on our community. So when I think about Lynchburg Sees Us, something to me that it represents is hope. And it represents an opportunity for voice and perspective, which I think are key components to just us understanding and appreciating what we really do have going on, especially in the midst of so much negativity. And real talk, just dealing with a sense of oppression, So I'm very much looking forward to the opportunity with this group.
Great. Tawana, I want to thank you for that insight. It is a pleasure to have you. Thank you. All right. So next up, we have Mrs. Olivia Raj. Hi, Olivia.
Hey, everybody. I'm Olivia Raj, and I'm super excited all about this. So I've actually been living in Lynchburg for only 3 years. This is kind of my city because I grew up in Nelson, but for the past 3 years, I've been here and I absolutely love it. I currently am a testing coordinator at one of our middle schools here in the city. And I have just a bunch of passions, but if I could just put them into one, it would be mentoring is something that I have such a big heart for. I absolutely think that everyone has a role in the city. And so one of the things that I love to do is to get to know the young ladies in the city. And so that means hanging out with them and doing all kind of fun stuff like that. Another thing is educating myself, kind of like Tawana was saying, learning, it is so key. And we're not just saying that because we're educators. We mean that that's how you learn about people's perspectives. That's how you learn about history of things. That just goes along in that line. And then another one of my passions is the church. And that has a really big role in our communities here. And so for me, that is one of the places that I have a big voice in and that I'm constantly talking about. So those three are really big for me. When I think about this group, Lynchburg Sees Us, I think about not just us coming to you guys with our own perspectives and different things, but actually going back to that education piece. So we're going to learn about the history. We're going to learn about the great things about the city, along with some of the hard things and some of the challenging things that we have to work through. So I think it's so cool that you can celebrate things, but honestly, you have to understand too, the history of things so that you can begin to go through that process. So I'm just super excited to know that I have a voice as well, but to also hear others too. So I'm just super excited for people to see that Lynchburg truly is like a place on a hill for people to see. It's an amazing place. So yeah.
All right. Thank you, Olivia. It is a pleasure to have you. And lastly, our last educator, Mrs. Katherine Bragg.
All right, so as you said, my name is Katherine Bragg. I am an educator here at Lynchburg City Schools. I've been here as an educator for 6 years, and I've been in the Lynchburg area for 5 plus 6 is 11. I've been here for 11 years. Some things that I'm passionate about, definitely just piggybacking off what they have said, is the value of education. Overcoming personal trials in my own life, I really had teachers speaking to me that education is opportunity. So that is what I'm number one passionate about, is communicating that to my students, to my own children. Like, once you get that education, that's a powerful tool to have in your belt. So that's number one for me. Of course, my family, loving them and then having them reflect the image of God. That's very important to me. And then definitely community, because I think that my family is my own personal community, but we also have responsibility for seeing that love within the Lynchburg city as well. So with that on my heart, I do believe that Lynchburg Sees Us is an excellent opportunity for us to just reflect a positive light into Lynchburg. As we all know, there's a lot going on right now, a lot of darkness, a lot of hatred. And I think that all of us feel the weight and the responsibility to shed light on the positive things. Yeah, that's something I'm very passionate about. Is, you know, when I finished college, I was like, I'm not staying in Lynchburg, forget Lynchburg. But then as I got to know more people and actually engaged with the community, I saw how beautiful it was, how diverse it was, and like, my heart is here for Lynchburg now. So I just want other people who don't know the beauty of Lynchburg to feel it and to focus on it, especially during these dark times.
All right. So there you have it, everyone. You heard it first here from all of our wonderful educators. We look forward for you to joining us. And as far as with Lynchburg Sees Us, we will definitely have a variety of guests and panelists joining us to speak on these different issues. And we really hope that you join us, and we have a plethora of information to share with you. So until then, be safe, and we look forward to seeing you soon.